We are live. No 10 seconds of breathing this time because I have a better sense of time. Mostly I'm not completely delirious. I'm still kind of sick. Yesterday was tough, but we'll cover the things. Oh man. Woo! Yeah, but I'm just lucky I had a lot of hash yesterday, we'll put it that way. It's the only thing that made me not die. No, it's not exactly the case, but you get what I'm driving with that. You're picking up the course. Let me go close my door so my bird stops hearing me talk like this and freaking out. Yeah. Back over. And I kick my chair. Let me jack the sleeves up here, and we'll get to painting some Death Guard Model A hose. I forgot what color I was going to put on. I did have the color selected earlier, but I don't remember. Well, in which case we will go with a breach for the bronze. Got it. And we're gonna cop the red too. Alright. Copper and red. We're not mixing them. I'm just getting them. Ooh. So, trying to remember what tactics I tried to talk about yesterday. I was just so blasted. Let me change out my paint. Change up. Oh, you might say, that's just fine. And I'd say, most of the time I'd agree. But over here, I have a reserve rating. Oh, hey. That's what I get for being imprecise. Shit. New cup. Also, I karate chopped my hobby knife off with it. Alright. Let's throw the red around. We'll do the red much later. Bronze first. Copper. This is copper, eh? Because you'll never take me alive, coppers. And there we go. Just a little bit. The wet palette, as always. I have not figured out a way to get an effective picture of the wet palette. But that's okay. Going with 3 drops of water. It's about 50-50 here. Half water, half paint at the pot. And I'm going to select what brush now. We're going to take this brush. Just wipe most of it off. Because we're going over these shoulder pads here. And get a good edge here so I can hit this. Well, let's talk about Tactica that you can utilize with the plague surgeon. So I think that was one of the things I was trying to cover yesterday. You give your esteemed plague surgeon the Fulgaris' helm. And then with Fulgaris' helm, you go from 3 inches of 3 inches of plague doctory to 6 or 4. I think it's recording on that. Never mind. The battle scribe says an extra 3 inches on all AoE effects from Fulgaris' helm. So we'll say for now it takes you from 3 inches to 6 inches on your I do doctor stuff, which is just fantastic, right? I mean, that is amazing. And we're just making bringing the brass out there around the bell. So it looks like the skulls are rotting. The rest of the thing. And we're gonna get to the Blowtron here. And yeah. So Plague Surgeon, 3 to 6 inch. 3 inches improvement there. It's pretty good. Makes him a straight HQ unit that you can stick in a regular command ball. But it makes him a much higher priority target. Because, you know, a 3-inch doctor is not nearly as much of a threat as a 6-inch medic. And everybody's going to want to whack that guy. So, they want to walk him. But, I think I want to say there's a guaranteed way to safeguard him, but there's never really any of that in Warhammer. So the best way to be dealing with I guess threats to this guy is just, since he has 6 inches, deeply embed him. Fill up that 6 inches, man. Make it so they're gonna have to murder their way to your dude, man. They're gonna have to do some killing to get to your lead medic there. They're gonna have to put their ankles in it, as it were. They're gonna have to put some force into it. So that's the first point. I think the next one involves the Biologist Putrefier. I think that's his name. I'm not too good with it. It's the name of the thing that gives you super grenades. And you run the big 20 blob of, maybe it's 25 of Plague Marins. And you can run like 2 in a 1,000-point squad, something like that. And you run them down the field. And then you throw the Grenages. You also run those guys with bolt guns. I think you can also Veterans of the Long War them. But I could be wrong in that score. It might just be that you're going for the mob effect there. With, I guess, I really can't recall if it's, I looked it up the other day, yesterday, but that doesn't do me much, because yesterday I was in the state. I was greatly blessed by Nurgle. His blessings were thoroughly upon me yesterday. And I think I fucked up that. I fucked that up pretty. Oh, that'll work. Well, we're gonna change our brushes here. The biologist putrefied just allows for grenade spam. Mortal wounds, pretty basic. It works though. It works out pretty well. We're going with old broken here. But the thing is, it's a lot of points to be really like doing that, and you might as well go with like Blades of Putrefications and hitting people with stern squads of Plague Marines. It's a bit of fun though. That's really what it ends up being. It's just a little bit of it's a fun list. That's about it. I mean, I think it's also excellent support for... I'm going to run him as just what it is and support units that are advancing upfield. Because I won't have giant units, but I will have units in a place to be using said Biologist Putrefier. Also, Foul Blight Spawn can be used to, say, you get one unit in for grenade range, and then you have a hit unit. The hit unit moves in with the Foul Blight Spawn after you grenade them. And then they're locked up, and you fall back to rinse and repeat. Hit unit being a hit unit of Plague Marines, or say a bloat drone or two with flesh mowers, or not flesh mowers, especially if you have multiple bloat drones. You definitely don't need that many flesh mowers. I mean, it depends on what you're fighting. I ran a couple bloat drones into a couple of dreadnoughts with storm shields, and you know, the flesh mowers didn't do too much there. But I also didn't expect them to. Kind of knew what was going to happen. But the thing is, if you run a flesh mower or two, I fucked up so bad there, into a group of Marins, as I call them, they're in trouble, man. It's a bad day for them, not you, my friend. You're not the one that has to be so worried about this whole thing. I mean, you do sort of have to be worried about... Ooh. Yeah, let's just move all that paint over. You do sort of have to be worried about not dealing damage if you don't have a flesh mower. That is at least what happens with my guy. It's like, oh, it doesn't deal any damage. No damage. So, but I think that could be reconciled. I forget what the other tactic I was talking about would have been. But yeah, that those are the two I was really thinking about. One of them is way better than the other one. The Super Plague Surgeon is a great idea. The grenade spam list, if I'm filling out a really large game, I'll probably run the grenade spam because I'll need it. But otherwise, hey, who cares? Anyways, I think I'll go take care of this hole in my wet palette that I have all of a sudden made for myself. I'll catch you guys later.